Hey y'all, it's Craig with the Bickums. Today we get to have some fun with the Vevor. We're gonna be grinding up some ground meat with some bacon, making some homemade burgers. I hope you enjoy the video. Let's see what this bad boy beast will do. Let's check it out, y'all. I'm Craig with the Bickums, and today, y'all, we're gonna be grinding up some meat. I got a hold to some chuck roast. I think chuck roast is gonna work very well for what I'm looking for in a ground meat, and we're gonna be adding in some bacon. So we're gonna take some just thin cut bacon. I'm gonna cut into small pieces so we can grind through and get it the consistency that we want. And we're gonna actually try some out today. We're gonna make a couple burgers. We're gonna cook them. This is the Vevor Model 90800, the 9800 commercial or industrial meat grinder. Y'all, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with the weight, the way it looks. Listen how quiet it is. That's how quiet it is, and we're still sitting here videoing. So I'm happy, y'all. Couple quick faults that I don't really like, but I can live with. The T doesn't come off, except if you unbolt it. It has 3 little bolts. I think they're like 10 millimeter, which I will take and unbolt to get this off to clean. Other than that, I won't do that every time. I'm just gonna actually lean it by the sink, take my sprayer, and I'm gonna find me a brush, whether it's a baby bottle brush or some kind of brush that has a steel rod on it that I can cut and put on my drill and clean with some soapy water. Everything else is able to come off and be clean. The blades, the gauge or the plate, the grinding plates. This is the 1/4 inch. It comes with 2 plates, a 1/4 inch and I think an 1/8 or maybe a little bigger, and another blade. I don't have it out because I don't need it today. And the auger, very heavy. Now pay attention to this though. I saw a couple videos that was really kind of not giving it really good reviews, but it wasn't the grind quality or that the performance. They were kind of bashing it a little bit because I felt like they thought that this thing would like never rust or anything like that. But if you like me, we're gonna be putting some seasoning in while we grind. Salt will eat everything. I don't care if it's stainless steel or what it is. I worked offshore for 21 years and the salt water will eat everything. It don't matter. You can tell the body is more stainless. Everything else looks to be like a nickel coated. So at some point, these are probably not even stainless bolts. When you take this off and clean it good, let it dry it out, and maybe get you some mineral oil, some food grade oil or something, and make sure that you're kind of oiling a few things up when you put it up. And it will help. But other than that, I didn't see anything bad about it. I think just some people are hard to please. This looks like it's going to work very good for me. So I'm going to take the chuck roast I've had in the freezer for about an hour. We put them in for about an hour. They're just stiff and they're cold. So we're going to cut them up into long strips. I'm going to cut them with the grain. I saw a guy, made sense to me, cutting it with the grain, and then when it goes in, the auger will cut it across the grain. We'll see. Might be preference. But I've got 2 chuck roast that are 3.75 pounds and 4.58 pounds. So we're going to see, and about, a pound of bacon. I'm not going to weigh today. Leave me a comment if you do this, you grind your own meat, and you actually weigh it, and you've got some ratios and stuff that you really like. I would like to know. So leave me some comments in the description below. I will link this with our affiliate link in the description. So if you're interested in looking at it, drop down in the description, and you can go check out the Vevor series model number 90800 commercial or industrial meat grinder. This is like a medium grade meat grinder. Not a full-blown commercial, but for home use. And for what I paid for this, y'all, $245. I don't think I went wrong. So we're going to see. So let's get to grinding, y'all. All right. I've got the chucks out. We're fixing to cut them into some long, about, I don't know, 1.5 inch strips. The neck on this thing is at least maybe 2 inches. So that's going to be fine. I'm going to be using my Kulina knife. I love my Kulina knives. I will link my referral link in the description below if you're interested in checking the Kulina knives out. You won't go wrong. You just have to take care of them. They're not dishwasher safe. As soon as you use it, wash it, dry it, oil it with some mineral oil. On the magnet she goes. So, full disclosure though, you will find some affiliate links in our description where if you purchase through there for this or anything that I list in there, we might get a small commission at no extra charge to you. I just want to be upfront with everybody. And I'm trying to be as informative as I can so y'all like the video and want to share it to somebody. So, don't forget, let me know how you do things before I get my hands back dirty. Let's go ahead and get everything back together. So, this is exactly how you see it. Just like so. It's not hard to put together. Oh, I forgot my blade. I forgot to put my blade. Make sure that the blade part, you got like the little rounded edge, that goes in. And the flat blade where you can read the number on it, this is a number 2, faces out. If you don't, you will eat up the inside of your neck on the machine. And then just take the collar. I washed everything before, so here we go. We get to chop up some meat now and we're gonna grind up. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop this up, I'm gonna slice it up, and we're gonna put it in a bowl. Now, where I bought the meat at, the little guy was really nice. I've never tried this, I am gonna taste it. I'm not sponsored by anybody here. I don't get paid by any of these people. I just like making y'all videos on our With the Bickums channel. So make sure you subscribe if you don't mind. It helps us grow. And we just enjoy it so much. This is a country pleasing brand red wine steak seasoning. He said it was good. You know, how many times have you heard that? Oh, it's the best. It's like the best. It's the best ever. You can make whatever you want with that. Maybe he was trying to sell me something. I don't really know. But let's see if I did good or if I failed for the okie doke. So let's just see what we got here. My wife's looking at me. Oh, it actually smells good, y'all. It smells really good. I'm just gonna get a little peach. Ooh. Wow. Y'all, that's really good. I don't know if they're online. I don't know if they're local. Let's see. Florence, Mississippi. Okay, phone number and all. Huh. That's really good. It's salty. It's good. So we're going to be putting this in today to the hamburgers, or at least a part of it. All right, so we're going to slice the chuck in about 1.25 inch pieces, and we're just going to go long ways because they should fit. If it's too thick, then we may have to split it in half, which it looks like we might have to. So it might be best that, you know, I cut a piece and then we just break it down to like 1 inch. If you see anything on here that you don't want, then just cut it off. But I want all of this fat. I want it all. I'm gonna go a little thicker since we got to cut them in half. So we're gonna go about at least 1.5 inches. I'm not worrying about, I'm not getting too, you know, so we're cutting kind of big, you know, big chunks, and then we're gonna go in half. As long as they can go down in that neck, that's what we want. And they are kind of stiff because they've been in the freezer, but that's what we were looking for. So just take your time and just get them cut up. All right, now we got the bacon ground up. Y'all, I forgot to spray. We're gonna use some olive oil spray, y'all. We're gonna spray the inside, you know, just lightly. See if we can get some stuff not to stick. We're gonna spray the auger. Same thing. Let's see if we can make it to where our life is at least a little bit easier. So we're just going to make sure we use a little bit of oil. We're going to take and we're going to spray every piece just to see if it helps. I see people doing this. I see people not doing this. I see people sticking their neck in the freezer before they start. I don't really know exactly what's going to work, but this is what we're going to do today. And we're gonna keep a rag because I'm fixing to really start making a mess. Before I get my hands dirty, you can check out my new cookbook. Y'all, I'm so proud. This is the first cookbook I ever wrote, and I couldn't have done it without our followers really asking me to do this. It's With the Victims Cookbook Volume 1, From Our Home to Yours with Love and Butter. You can go check it out. Get signed up to possibly win a free autographed copy from me at cooklikecraig.com. And you're going to get a couple freebies, some downloadable kitchen tips and tricks, and a printable kitchen cheat sheet. So y'all go get signed up for that before the next drawing, y'all. All right, got our bacon chopped up in about 1-inch pieces. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to grind up the meat first. I thought about doing this kind of all together, but I think I've just about decided no. So remember, we're going to be putting seasoning in. So what I'm going to do is, since I'm making a mess right here and I got bacon and everything else, I'm going to take it as I go and I'm just going to season. So we're not going to overdo it. Remember, I don't want it to be too salty. So I want it to have some flavor. We may have to, when we make the burgers, we'll be adding more seasoning to that anyway. So we're just going to take some of it out here and we're going to season up. Then we're going to start seasoning in the bowl. I just needed a little more room in the bowl. And use a seasoning that you really like. I just tasted this one. It's really good. I was like, wow. So that was a good thing. Use as much as you think. I'm not measuring. Today, we're not measuring anyway. And just we'll season as we continue on down with the meat. Set it aside and then we'll have to wash our hands. And I'm going to grind right into another bowl. So we're just going to stick a stainless steel bowl right here and we're going to start grinding this meat up. If it's a little too big, then you might have to cut it down a little bit. You can tell this is a pretty big size. We're going to double grind this anyway. And this thing's pretty quick. Just keep grinding up. I think it's rated to do like 330 pounds an hour. Keep my seasoning close. Sprinkle with a little seasoning. Get the olive to catch it. We'll probably have to transfer to a pan. So we're going to transfer real quick. Y'all, look how pretty. Look how pretty. It is kind of big though. I'm going to transfer some of it into a pan. And we'll eventually start mixing up. And it's going to have to be ground again. So we're just going to get everything ground. We're just going to keep on going. Just keep on keeping on. Put your seasoning. I can get just about everything. Remember, it does help the meat to be cold, so you want to put it in the freezer for 30, 45 minutes before. You can go ahead and cut it up and put it in the freezer. This is in real time. I mean, I will edit the video, but you will, you're seeing this firsthand. First time I've ever used this machine. I think some of the pieces are a little bit too big. I think about an inch or a little bit more is about as big as you're going to need. Watch your phalanges. If they need more seasoning, put some more seasoning on. That's why I said you need to wash it real good with some soap. like really good. That way you won't have to worry so much. And then if you got to oil it up, oil it up. This is about, what I say, it's about 9 pounds of meat. And this is in real time. We haven't sped any of this up. So, and that's all the chuck. It's gonna make a good bit of ground meat. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start putting the bacon in until I start seeing the bacon come out, and then we're gonna stop. I just got it cut up into 1-inch pieces. All right, so now you can definitely see the color in the bacon. So we're just gonna stop. And I wanna make sure that we're halving things up. I'm trying to think what's gonna be the best way to get this mixed up. It's gonna be by hand, so, all right. Let's just get all the ground meat and the bacon ground together, because I think the bacon's gonna be fine. So we're gonna double ground. The bacon won't be double ground, but it will be able to be smashed whenever I'm mixing it up. So now we're just gonna start back. I'm gonna put it all in the pan. I'm gonna try to put it all in the pan. And don't worry, you're grinding meat, y'all, so you're gonna make a mess. Just try not to make too much of a mess. And then we're gonna get the big pan. And now this is where we're gonna have to use the pusher. So I'm gonna swap. I'm gonna get the meat a little closer. And now we're just gonna handful it. If you drop some, that's fine. And now we're gonna start regrinding. Right on through there again. Just start shoving it through and just use your use your pusher if you have to. It's not really needing it right now, so just shove it in. Just make sure you don't shove them fingers down in there too much. I'm gonna start sticking some of the bacon in as well. And just letting it kind of mix, and then we're going to be mixing everything by hand to try to get it as mixed as we can and get a good ratio. I don't want to dry, you know, being that this is a chuck, this is going to be more of a, probably more like a 70, I don't know, what would that be, a 70-30? Or, because we're adding that extra bacon fat. Everybody likes bacon, so. And you can definitely tell the second grind. The second grind is, it just looks different. Now, I don't know how y'all get your meat, like out, everything out of the grinder. But I'm just gonna use more ground meat. That just makes sense to me. I'm just going to use more ground meat to push out what's left. Now this is not taking that long to do. I am throwing a few little pieces around. I did clean the counter, y'all. Alright, so let me get some more going. I can't wait to do some pork sausage with this. I want to get a sausage stuffer and start making some brats and, you know, some different things like that. I might even triple grind this. We're going to see what it looks like. I think it's going to be good with double grind though. I want to, if you've got any good comments, some good meat recipes, y'all, that are meats that y'all use, some sirloin, brisket, let me know. Let me know in the comments, you know, what do y'all do? And how do you make some, I want to do some meatloaf like in the small grinding plate, and I want to actually grind in some onion and bell pepper and stuff like that in my meatloaf grind, some meatballs. Then I just want to try some different recipes. But some good reasons to do this. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be cheaper, because I don't know about that. Not nowadays. Over time, it might be a little cheaper if you can get some good deals on the meat. Now these, because we got them from a fairly new butcher shop, y'all. Only been there, what, maybe 6 months? A year. But they didn't have anything really on sale. It was, and that's our dogs. It was $6.99 a pound for the chuck roast. I had the bacon. This is some bacon from Sam's that we use. We buy 10 pounds for $35 at Sam's Club. So if you have a Sam's Club, Costco, or something like that, I would really like some good thick cut bacon, but I don't have any. So now I'm just gonna stick some more bacon in. All right, so now we're gonna shove some bacon. Get some of that fat going in there. Get that nice color, and we're gonna get some more meat. This is gonna be really good. I think we're gonna be, and we'll add a little more seasoning. I'm gonna cook some to see. I just don't want it over seasoned. I want to taste that. I want to taste that meat. I want to taste the meat. I'm impressed with the grinder. The Vevor 90800 is showing its weight right now. It's just doing, nothing bogs down yet. So I'm tickled. Tickled pink here at the Bickham house. UPS is here. Tickled pink. Throw in a little more bacon. So as of right now, I can't give you any longevity, but I'm really happy with the way this thing works and the way it's like, this acts like a little beast, y'all. I would really be able to do some deer meat, hog, stuff like that. And y'all see how much this is made. Alright, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna take our meat, y'all, and we're just gonna regrind. We're gonna mash some up, and we're gonna start running some back through it just to get that last little bit out. That way we don't lose so much. Make sense? Just like so. I've seen people do bread, stuff like that, but I think the meat's fine, and just let it run until it just finally just pushes as much as it can out so we don't waste that much. Alright, y'all. And I think this is ground good. Even though it looks bigger, it's a, oh, and y'all, you can smell the seasoning. Oh, so it smells really good. Alright, so good deal. So now, I'm gonna get some more hot water in the sink. You can see all of that. We're gonna get this mixed up in the big pan. Add a little bit more seasoning to it. I'm gonna add some pepper and stuff like that. A little bit of garlic powder. Not gonna go crazy. That's got a lot of good smell and taste to it, but we're gonna add a little more before we start packing it in our Ziploc bags. So we'll be right back. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take it apart. And we're gonna see how much meat we had left in here, y'all. We got a little bit in the neck. And let's see if I can get the plate to come out. So we got just a little bit in the plate. I can't worry about that. We got the blade, just like so. And you can see every once in a while, if you start hearing something hang up, you might have a little piece of that fat in there. And we're gonna pull the auger. Oh, if I can grab a hold to it. My hands are slick, y'all. Let's see if I can get it to come out. Oh. And you can see, look, this is all we had left right here. Just on the end. We had that little bit of meat on the end, and there's your auger, all your pieces. Not gonna be bad at all to clean this, y'all. Not gonna be bad at all to clean this over the sink, like I said, until I get my brush. So I'm happy. So let me get this stuff in the sink cleaned up, and we'll be right back to the meat. All right, y'all, so we got the Vevor cleaned. Y'all, it was not bad at all. I put a rolling pin. Let me show you what I did. Let me grab this. All right, so I got my rolling pin. I put it over by our sink. I leaned it up and I stuck the rolling pin behind this little cut so it couldn't roll. I took my Scrub Daddy and a fork to shove it way in the back, clean the neck, my sprayer, hot soapy water, y'all, clean. All the water ran into the sink, everything's clean, all the parts is clean. Probably took almost as much time to do the parts as it did to grind all the meat. So I'm impressed. I'm impressed so far, besides not being able to take this off. So now we're unplugged. We're gonna shove this out of the way a little bit. It's heavy, y'all, it's heavy. All right, we got all that beautiful, beautiful meat. All that beautiful meat. Let me know in the comments if you're enjoying my videos, y'all. I hope I get better. And I know I talk a lot, but I can't help it. So we've got the bacon and the ground meat all together in this bowl. This is two, y'all, this thing feels way heavier than those two chuck. I don't have any huge pans. You can see the bacon. Oh. Next time we will get some big throwaway pans and be doing this in some throwaway pans. Oh, because as you can see, this pan's not gonna be big enough to do this. Oh, I'm gonna start working it. I'm gonna get my wife, since I got my hands dirty, to come grab that seasoning right there real quick. And I'm gonna get her to sprinkle in just a little bit more seasoning. I think we're gonna half this up, y'all. I just think I just don't wanna get all the bacon. That's what I was worried about, not keeping the ratio good enough.
You want me to start?
I wanna make sure we got plenty of meat, some bacon, sprinkle on. I'm gonna let her just sprinkle across the top. Don't get lower. Sprinkle high, you get everywhere. All right, a little bit on there. Thank you, ma'am. All right, very good. I think that's gonna be enough. I don't wanna overdo it, and we don't wanna overwork the meat too much. So we're just kind of trying to flip through, get us a good mixture. I don't have you could do this in an ice chest if you wanted to. I don't have a mixer, a blender. I'm not doing enough of that to worry about having to have something like that. You know what I mean? So we just want to make sure that we can see that fat of that bacon, not piled up in big chunks, and we get it, you know, scattered throughout the whole thing, and we get a good color. Just remember, when you put this up, make sure you mark it on your bags that it has bacon in it. You know, whatever you put in it, bacon and seasoning. That way, if we get it out, we say, oh, well, did this have seasoning in it? No. This is, yeah. This is meatloaf. You know, make sure you just mark everything properly for your freezer. All right, so I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good on that one. I'm happy with that. We'll have to clean my counter, and we're gonna make sure we get this. This might be what we cook tonight. We might cook this little bit here tonight, and see what we come up with as far as the burgers go. So this is all I'm doing, y'all. This is it. I'm not weighing things. I do have a scale, but I'm not using it. We just eyeballing tonight. And y'all, this meat, it smells heavenly. Whew. With the seasoning and then the bacon smell, y'all, see a little wad of bacon right there. Get that little wad of bacon over. Here, come over here. Now we're gonna start bagging up. And let's see what we got. All right, Mama, can you come get my wife's gonna give me the bags, and I'm gonna start bagging. We're not gonna be vacuum sealing. We're just going to be bagging in Ziploc bags because we're planning on using this pretty fast. So I'm gonna let her, if you can roll them down, or I'll probably use the rolling pin since I have it out. I don't have to, but open it up. These are made to stand up if you open the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yep. So now this is where we could be weighing. If we wanted to weigh like no more than about 2 pounds is what I would say to a bag. What do you think?
That's plenty.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, so what we do is we flatten them out so they'll stack in the freezer, because that's the only freezer that we have right now. If I'm gonna start doing this though, I'm gonna get me a bigger freezer for outside or in the utility room. Oh, you're not gonna flatten?
Not right this moment,
Okay.
I'm not.
I'll flatten them out after we get them bagged up. Ooh, don't it smell good?
Mm-hmm.
Smells like burgers. Like, smells really like even cooked burgers, y'all. I don't know. Usually when you smell ground meat from the store, it's got a ground burgery smell. That one might be a little bigger.
Yeah. That one is a little bit bigger.
Yeah, so I think I put a little more in there. We're not doing like 1 pound packs, y'all. We do feed, we have 4 kids. They all grown,
we
but
can make some smaller packs. Let's make some smaller packs too after this one.
there ain't none.
Oh, what's that for?
Well, you gotta eat tonight.
Me and you ain't gonna eat that many burgers.
No, I know. All right, so that's good.
Yeah.
You can take a little bit out of that one if you want.
Here, put that.
I guess I should have weighed. If I'd have weighed,
No.
we'd have been real close. All right, get a couple of quart-size bags, and we'll do a couple quarts. We'll leave us some to cook, and I'll cut this part out. Do 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 do. You don't need that many. All right, so we're gonna do. She want to do some smaller bags, so we're gonna do some smaller bags. And when I say smaller bags, it's not gonna take. That might
That's
be
too
much.
much.
How about that? Is that okay?
That's better.
Is it better?
For when all the kids, when nobody's home, it's just me and him.
Yeah, we can just grab good idea. We can just grab a small bag and just cook for what we need.
So we don't have like a ton of leftovers.
Yeah.
I get tired of
We are getting
leftovers.
older and the kids being gone and empty nesters mostly, but they are here pretty regularly. So plus we keep our granddaughter.
We're gonna eat that tonight.
Yeah, let's eat this. So
Okay.
we've got 5 bags, 2 small bags and 3 probably 2 pounds. So
Yeah.
let's see if 2, 4, 6,
7.
8. So we're right there at our 9 pounds of meat. Because with the bacon added in, so about 10 pounds. If I weighed it all, we would get to see it. But so now's the good part where we get to cook. So we're gonna cook up some hamburgers real quick, and see exactly how this turns out, and see if I get the approval from the boss. All right, so we got our little bit of meat, ground chuck roast that we ground up with the bacon. 1 pound of bacon for about 9 pounds of ground chuck. We kept us some out, and I'm gonna use 1 egg in this. I'm gonna cook my burgers just like always, just the 1 egg. We're not getting really crazy with this, and we're not gonna overwork the meat. Only thing I'm gonna add to it, we seasoned the meat while we were grinding it. So y'all saw us doing that. So we're gonna add some coarse ground black pepper. We got our cast iron skillet. We're gonna take our olive oil, and we're just gonna get enough oil in that pan to kind of coat the bottom, pretty good. And we're gonna get it heated up. I've got the oven preheating to 450 on speed bake, because we're not gonna cook them very long in the pan. We're gonna flip them give them a minute, flip them, get some good color on a medium-high heat, and then right into the oven for about 8 minutes we're gonna go. I got a feeling they're gonna be really good. We're gonna get the approval from the boss. So remember, don't overwork it, y'all. Make your little well in the middle, let that egg stay in there. And we're just gonna get all of this incorporated. I used a seasoning from the place where we bought the chuck. Can you grab it right there? I forgot the name of it. It's right behind the ketchup. I'll hold it up for y'all in a minute after I wash my hand.
It is Country
Country Pleasing brand. Red wine.
Steak seasoning.
All right. Give me my cutter, my big biscuit cutter in there. Mom, yeah. I gotta have my big biscuit cutter to make my burgers. I'm gonna get the plastic. I'm gonna get Melissa to give me the plastic cutting board. Lay that plastic cutting board up here, so I don't get that on my wooden one. So she can get that one that I just washed, and just lay it right here for me. And then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna make the burgers right on it. Shake it off a little bit. There you go. I just washed it, so upside down. There you go. Cutter. I'm gonna let her we're gonna put the cutter right there. And we're gonna just start I don't know if I'm gonna get 2 or 3 out of this.
Don't make mine too big.
She don't like hers too thick. So this one will be one of the thicker ones. Now when you're using these biscuit cutters, shove it down in there pretty tight. This will be the only time that you actually kind of pack that meat, and then just kind of move it. I'm probably gonna get 3 because hers, she doesn't want so thick. So we're gonna make sure hers goes down about halfway or so. Just like comme ça. Just like that. But these, when you put it in these cutters, it makes some really, really good shaped patties. Trying not to overheat that pan with me having these nasty hands, y'all. I don't need that to go on smoking yet. I don't need to hit my smoke point. You see that oil starting to get crazy in there and start to separate around? It's time to get them old patties in there. Now you can tell we got a good bit, even though it's 1 pound of bacon, it's still a good bit of fat in there. Let me throw this in the sink. You get a really good sear on them before you go in the oven. Put that 1 egg. This is the 3 burgers. I don't know. This is probably a little more than a pound, maybe a pound of meat. And just don't overcook them. Melissa don't like hers pink. I like mine pink. This is not ground meat from the grocery store anymore, y'all. This is ground chuck from the butcher. Overall, we spent. It was $6.99 a pound. We got about 9 pounds of chuck. So we spent about $56. $56, dollars or whatever, and some change, something like that. Because it wasn't quite $60, I don't think. Was it?
I don't know.
No, because I don't remember how many pounds exactly were. One of them was 23 something, and one of them was 30 or 27 something. One was 32. So what is that? So it's 50 something, almost $60. And I had the bacon here, so we had a pound of the Sam's bacon I just cut up and ground it up in it. It smells really good, y'all. All right, so we have the 2-minute mark. So let's get them flipped. Just get you some good color on those burgers, y'all. That's all you're looking for. And we'll go about 1.5 minutes. Then we're gonna go in the oven. And we're gonna see. Melissa's gonna toast us some bread. She's gonna toast us some wheat bread. We're going really, really easy tonight, y'all. She's gonna toast us some wheat bread in the toaster over there. I'm keeping it simple. I'm only gonna do some onion, mayonnaise, ketchup, and cheese. I kind of want to see what the burgers taste like. I don't want to like load them up with everything. So I'm gonna slice just me some onion. She's not eating any onion, that's for sure. So we're just gonna get a little slice in here. Just enough for me to go on my burger. We got some cheddar cheese. It's gonna be good to go. I don't think we're gonna go full out on these. I think we're gonna actually get them into the oven pretty quick here. And it's not gonna take very long. So that's only about a minute on this side. Well, you just going over. I just like to feel them, y'all. Hers is pretty thin. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and right into the oven, y'all. It ain't got too hot yet. 450 degrees, and we're gonna go for about, I think I'm only gonna go 5 minutes. We're gonna go 5 minutes, and then we're gonna check them. 5 minutes in the oven. Mine still has a little bit of that red, not blood. I think they call it myoglobin or something coming out. I don't want mine all the way done. And Melissa's is gonna be more done than mine.
I want mine all the way done.
Well, yours is done. Take my word for it. Listen to the cook. Set that over there so I don't burn myself. And let me wipe up just a little bit more. So let's see if I can get Melissa's. You got the bread?
Oh, yeah.
Just let her get the bread, and we're gonna go ahead and put together. I'm gonna set this. This is not hot. I'm gonna set that right there, and we're gonna make them right here. So if we can get the bread, please. Did you drop my bread?
Yeah, I dropped a piece.
Oh my goodness, she's
It's
gonna drop my
okay.
bread on the
just,
floor.
I'll just eat mine with one piece of bread.
No.
I'm fine.
Give me a plate.
I don't want a bunch of bread, no ways.
Okay, she don't want a bunch of bread. So I guess I'm not gonna make her one. So I'm making mine simple. Like I said, I want to taste the hamburger since this is what we just ground up. looking for that. So this was about out of mayonnaise. Oh.
I just need my hamburger patty on top, just like this.
Okay. I'm gonna grab mine, stick mine on the bread. I got my onions chopped up. Going on this side with the onions, And I need a little bit of cheese, and we're gonna cut and we're gonna see what mine looks like. After Melissa gets through with the cheese. I wanna see her face and see if she approves. I'm not putting a whole lot of cheese, y'all. On that hot burger.
I just want a little bit of ketchup.
It'll melt.
Oh.
You got a lot of ketchup, didn't you?
I know. Why do you set it upside down?
It was like that when I got it out. Oh, Melissa got lots of ketchup.
Here, take some of my ketchup.
How? Better get a spoon. She want me to take some of her ketchup. She just squirted ketchup all over the place.
I don't like a lot of sauce.
I don't want all that cheese. Don't break your thing.
I ain't worried about that. That's plenty of ketchup for me.
Okay. She don't like a lot of sauce on her stuff. All right, so now we got little home burger, no burger buns, and we're gonna cut. Y'all remember how we used to cut them straight? I'm gonna do it today. I'm gonna cut straight today. And we're gonna go right through with the Culina. Oh, it got more done than I thought. All right, so we got very, very little pink in there. Whoops. So let's go in, just like when I was a kid, a little burger on some light bread. Let's try it, y'all.
You taste the bacon.
Super, super juicy. Wow. Holy moly. Is that good or what? Y'all, it's got plenty of seasoning. It's got good flavor in it. Very good. Yes. Ooh. So, that's a winner chicken dinner. With the seasoning, the ground chuck, and the pound of bacon ground up in it. Wow. Wow. Ha! Y'all. Let me tell you. I'll tell you what. Y'all, super, super good. This is some of the best burgers I've ever had. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up. Share the video with somebody. Make sure you subscribe to our With the Bickums channel. And y'all give this ground meat blend a try if you have a grinder at home. Ask your meat department guy to grind you some up. Super good. I'm Craig with the Bickums, and we'll see you on the next video.